Hey guys, so today I have swatches of the Adventure Awaits collection from Rogue Lacquer. She's gonna be rubbing on my arms the whole time. So 4 polishes here altogether. These are available right now, so I will link the Rogue Lacquer website down below and I'll get into the swatches. So the first polish is called Shanklin Chine, and this is a almost sea foamy green with a green to red shifting shimmer and some scattered holographic running throughout there as well. So this one is pretty sheer on that first coat. You can see that shimmer is really strong. You do get a decent amount of that holographic out of there as well. And good formula on this one also. So this one is starting to build up a little bit on that second coat, but it is still pretty sheer. You do start to get a little bit of that green color. And everything that's in here is shimmer and holographic particles, nothing that's going to be chunky or dry textured at all. So you do get a lot more of a green base here with that third coat. It is getting a little bit more opaque. 3 coats is my max, so I do have a little bit of nail line showing still. It's not a ton, and the shimmer does distract from it quite a bit, but it is still there. So that is 3 coats of Shanklin Shine. The next polish is called Prawn Cocktail, and this is a reddy pink with the holographic pigment in there, and then it also has a shimmer that looks like it shifts from gold to red as well. So this one is also a little bit sheer on the first coat. There is a lot more color to this polish in general though. Again, you can see that shimmer standing out pretty nicely as well as that holographic even on the first coat. And good formula on this one as well. So this one does start to build up in 3 coats, or 2 coats. I don't know where I am. I do have a little bit of nail line showing. It's not much, but I'm going to add the 3rd coat anyway. And you might see some very minor brush strokes through this shimmer when it's wet, but those do level out as it dries. Maybe you can't even see them. Maybe that's just me. So this one does cover completely in 3 coats. You can see there is, that was a lot of polish. You can see there is a little bit deeper of a color between 2 and 3 coats as well. And like the last one, there won't be anything that's going to be textured or glittery or difficult to remove. So that is 3 coats of Prawn Cocktail. The next polish is called Carisbrooke Castle, and this is a gray base with the very green, maybe there's a little bit of goldy orange shift in there too, but they're the mainly green, shifty, multi-chrome flakies, and then a little bit of holographic as well. So this one, the base on this one is very sheer. I think the next one, if I remember correctly, the next one might be a little bit more opaque, but it's also pretty sheer. You don't get a lot of color on that first coat. You do get a good amount of flakies, and I am kind of positioning those where I want them on the nail so they don't end up all in one place. You can see that holographic in there, even on that first coat as well. And a pretty good formula on this one too, not too thick, not too thin. So you do get more flakies built up on this one in the second coat and a little bit more base color, but still pretty sheer. I would have to look back at my pictures, which I haven't checked yet, but I think my nails were a bit shorter when I did the swatch pictures for this, so it's going to be a little bit harder to tell there than it is right now because they have grown out. So if you have very long nails, well, not very long, longer than mine, which is probably just moderate, but if you have longer nails, very white nail line, this is not going to be opaque for you. So this one does get a little bit more opaque in the base on that 3rd coat, but mostly it's the flakies that are building up. I do have a little bit of nail line showing. I don't have very white nails though, so that's definitely going to be more intense for someone with whiter nails or just more nail line to show through. And you do get a tiny bit of texture from these flakes, not a ton, but you probably are still going to want top coat, but they are not going to be difficult to remove like a glitter. So that is 3 coats of Carisbrooke Castle. The next polish is called Alum Bay, and this is a almost, taupey. We'll call it taupey base. This has those orangey red gold shifting multi-chrome flakies. There is a little bit of holographic in there and a gold shimmer. So this one is also pretty sheer on that first coat, but you do get a ton of the, I don't want to say additives, but a ton of the other elements that are in there, the shimmer and the flakes. And this one will definitely build up better than the last one, and the last one built up better than I remembered it building up in 3 coats. Good formula on this one as well. The flakes in this one also seem a little bit smaller, and I don't have to move them around as much on the first coat as I did with the last polish. So this one is building up pretty nicely on that second coat. There is a ton of shimmer, and there are a ton of flakies in there, and that's helping it build up. But the base color is building up also. This is another one that's going to have a little bit of texture to it from those flakies, so obviously you should have top coat anyway, but you are going to want to smooth it out a little bit with the top coat. So this one does cover completely on 3 coats. Okay, let me rephrase that. There is still a little bit of nail line here with 3 coats, but there is so much going on with the shimmer and the flakies that what did I do here? That I really have to like stick it right in front of my face and look for that nail line. I'm also trying to really float the brush here because I just like drug some of the second coat off of the end of this nail. And I give it the same amount of time. I set a timer so the coats always dry for the same amount of time. So I might have been pushing a little bit hard there, but I'm trying to lighten it up just a little bit. So that is 3 coats of Alum Bay. So Prawn Cocktail is going to be my favorite out of this bunch. I actually didn't think I was going to like it as much in the bottle as I did once it was on my nails. So really, really liked this one. So again, those are available right now, so I will link the Rogue Lacquer website down below. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you later. Bye.